Don't you love it? 15 seconds.
Hey.
I was sitting there.
I'm gonna sit next to you.
You really want to?
Thank you so much for being here today at the First Glance Film Festival here in North Hollywood. Go ahead and introduce yourselves and tell me the name of the project you're here to represent.
Hi, we're all here to represent Pull Up LA. My name's Owen, I'm the director.
I'm Kevin McGinnis, co-producer.
Josh Korb, producer.
All right, welcome, welcome. I heard a tiny little bit about this exciting production. Give us kind of a summary of your documentary and what you were capturing that is very unique to Los Angeles.
Well, this movie follows the photo meet community and the photo hangout community for about 3 years. Basically stumbled upon the community online and basically just went out and saw everybody like creating together. So basically there's photographers, models, performers, makeup artists, all these people, they come together and we meet up together and we create together. So it's a look into this world of creativeness, I guess.
Now, are you a little worried that once everyone sees this documentary, this is going to explode and this will no longer be kind of a secret that you guys share, a secret community?
Well, I think it's already become that a little bit. I mean, it's being mimicked around the world, and I don't know if Germany and some places in Asia, and I think that's probably true. I think it'll probably expand beyond that after this comes out.
Tell me a little bit about some of the challenges of shooting a documentary kind of on the spot, in the moment, here in the city. Come on in here, don't be shy. You're in a flash mob. Come on.
When we first started, like, we just went and we just like let it like, it grew and it built and the people came and we filmed. It was an awesome experience. It wasn't like really we have to do this. It's just like people gravitate towards each other and the community helps each other. It was pretty awesome. It grew itself.
Yeah, everybody really embraced us. You know, the whole community embraced us and helped us make this documentary. The documentary is actually told through all the amazing photographers and the creatives in the community. So it's through their eyes, you know.
So a lot of the movies that are here tonight are either shorts or features, and documentaries are obviously a different animal. So what advice would you give for folks who are out there trying to make documentaries and tell stories? What are some of the challenges that you overcame in order to be able to be here tonight, and how would people solve those so that they too can be in the spot next year?
It all comes from the story, you know. There's a lot of ways to make amazing visuals and stuff, but let's just look deep into a story. You know, with this story, it's really about helping people, you know, discover their talents and to not be afraid to be creative and create with other people. You know, a lot of people are stuck at home. They don't want to go out. They're just on the computer. They think, you know, they just think everybody's life's better, but, you know, like, you can go out and create with people and learn, you know. A camera is pretty intimidating if you pick it up, if it's not on automatic. You know, some people that go to these meets, basically they'll buy a camera and show up there, and by the end of the night, they know 2 or 3 more tricks, you know? And so I think that's really amazing how people can come out, create together, and they can learn. It's like a school in the middle of the street.
Yeah, it also sounds like as part of this documentary, you became part of the community that you wanted to
I
represent.
dove right in. As soon as I saw what was going on, I just saw people with masks on and this and that. I just jumped right in. I didn't know I was going to do a documentary until about like a month later. And so, yeah, I like being there just like they like being there.
Very good. Thank you guys so much for being here tonight. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
I think one more thing is that I think one of the interesting things about this documentary is that I think in some ways social media has kind of isolated people, and people tend to live more with their phone in their hand and don't really socialize as much in person. And so this really shows a way that people can use it to get together in a physical way and kind of change the conversation.
Being someone who does not own a cell phone and lives in Los Angeles, I 110% support that and appreciate it very much. So thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And 3, 2, 1.
All right, you guys have such a big crew, we had to divide this interview into 2 pieces. So part 2 of Pull Up LA, we are here with,
Hector Lender,
Blake Walker.
Senor Puch.
and your roles in the documentary.
one of the photographers.
I gave an interview at Sepulveda Dam.
Okay.
I'm the weirdo addicted to it.
You were the weirdo. The only one?
Oh, no, not really. I think that we all get into the same category. But I probably the most, probably.
You hope?
Yeah.
Aspire to? Okay. So we learned a little bit from the filmmakers about this community, but talk about being a part of this community and then how that translates to being represented in the documentary.
Being a part of the community, we've all kind of slowly made our way in and found our way. The community had been there for a long time. It's been there for maybe 10 years, like underground in LA. And slowly over the last couple of maybe 3 years or so, it's started to blossom and really come out and really grow. So hopefully with this, we'll be able to show, give people access to it and show that we're out here creating and also inviting people to come out and join us.
So you're hoping that folks seeing this is going to inspire them to come and join you and be part of your tribe, as it were.
Yeah, and I think it's about creating your own tribes. I think that often art is something that we see a refined result of it, whether it's a film or it's music or whatever it might be. And I think that, the idea is, yes, being a part of this circle because you're welcome, but creating your own circles and being a part of others. And as Owen stated, being able to, connect with each other and learn and grow and support. It's a key element in any culture or community. And I think that a lot of times people are creative, and the creative community has been kind of in singular spots at times, and I think that to see it all come together and actually see the raw element of it as opposed to the final product in a final product form now is going to make a really good impact for creatives worldwide.
And I'd like to hear a little bit about your preparation for the role of the weirdo.
Well, I don't have to do very much. I think it came with the packets as I was born. That's who I am. So that's a perfect playground for me to go and find and show different versions of reality, where people is trying to see what life looked like on a picture. I try to show a different version of reality, and that is it's very amazing for me. That show people that there is something different, and they always go like, whoa.
Competitive, can be very isolating on certain elements of social media if you're doing it from home and not collaborating like you guys. What kind of words of wisdom would you have for folks at home who are looking to be creative and looking for a community like yours to join?
I think in general, if I had to look at it, I would say that it's always intimidating no matter what you're doing. It's like the ocean, you have to respect it, but at the same token, it's beautiful. And it offers a lot of great things, and I think that no matter where you're at, whether it's LA or anywhere, you can feel intimidated or be self-conscious of things. And I think that the people who jump in front of the cameras often would say they felt the same way, and the people behind them felt the same way. I think it's just doing it, and repetition, doesn't create perfection, but we can get close to it in the weird, perfect way that this world is.
In the weird, perfect way. I think that's a perfect way to end. Thank you guys so much for being
Let me
here.
say one thing.
One more thing.
If you have an idea and you don't put it in practice, it worth nothing. So if you go out and you do what you think is your idea, even if you're trying to copy, now that we're in the time of content creators, that they basically what they do is trying to copy something that is working. But even in that process, you became with something so unique of yourself, and you create something that is you. Picasso used to say that the fundamental ingredient of success is action. So if you wanna be creative, just take the camera, and now you have a lot of people that are gonna welcome you if you came to visit us, and we're gonna teach you, we're gonna let you know how we do this, and we're gonna invite you and your friends and your family. So there's no excuses right now for calling yourselves a creative and not being, doing photography.
I don't think there's a level of creativity either. There's no, pro or amateur. If you're a creative, you're creative. You're creating, period. And I think that this film actually is going to bring a lot to light in the fact that, all these marketing companies and everything, these are the influencers. These are, whether you're just starting or you've been in it forever, these are the people that are really capturing content, continuing brands, continuing other things, and a lot of times it's outside brands that they're not seeing a gain from. But I think that from this film, you'll see a lot of community and a lot of creativity and products come from that helps support this community, and I think that that's crucial.
One last thing. I can talk to my microphone.
There you go.
So we're, believe it or not, and we talk about this a lot, we're changing international street photography from the core of Los Angeles. So the tendencies that you can see all over Instagram, all over the world, that they're reaching us like, hey, you guys, how do you do this? This is amazing, this is crazy, this is good. In Germany, they're trying to do what we do here. So all of these pictures that we're taking on the streets, and people maybe didn't take it like seriously, we're changing street photography all over the world. And I challenge all these top photographers that they're, you know, they have these amazing cameras and 27 assistants and 2 crews and 700 lights to come here and prove themselves, and they see what they can do in the middle of the street.
I think issuing a challenge to the world is a good way to end the interview, and
We're addicted to it.
Thank you guys.
All right, how's everybody doing today?
Woo!
Yeah, that was sad. All right, how's everybody doing today?
Woo!
All right. I wanted to welcome you guys to our 19th annual First Glance Los Angeles Film Festival, part in this weekend's event. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be here. First Glance started 22 years ago in Philadelphia, and we branched out to LA 19 years ago to bring the First Glance mission to both coasts. This year's event brought in almost 500 submissions, and this weekend we're screening about 50. As we pre-screen the films, we also take into consideration over 20 nominating categories from Best Director to Most Imaginative Film, and we present those winners on closing night. Each year the process gets more and more difficult as the performances and quality of films get better and better. From trailers to features, come on down, grab a seat. Where was I? As technology and storytelling gets easier and easier, more economical, almost anyone can tell a great story, and we hope that you guys check out not just these films, but other films throughout the weekend from amazing filmmakers from about 20 different countries this weekend. We take pride in bringing you a quality event that celebrates the films, and from someone who's watched over 25,000 independent films, this weekend's event was by far one of the most difficult for us to choose the official selections. I'd like to let you know what you're about to see, and then we will also give you a quick reminder to vote. The voting that you guys do helps us to decide the winning films throughout the weekend. We have audience choice in every category, so we ask you guys to use those pencils and use those brains, use those calculators on your phone, and those back to us at the end of the screening. If you guys want to hang out after, we ask you guys to do that out in the lobby because we have another show that starts right after you guys. So we thank you very much. This is what you're about to see. Pull up LA. Enjoy the show.
Where did my pen go? Awesome. Hey, dude.
You like it?
Yeah.
Silas, did you like it? Great. Did you eat all your Skittles?
You like it?
Sure.
You like it?
You ate all of it.
You like it?
Dude, do you have my
Big,
pen
huh?
here too?
I don't have a pen.
Yeah, I believe it. Right?
My son is turning 17 next week. Where's my pen now? My goodness.
Good? Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
Good job, Dad. You got it. Congratulations. Swag. Hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
Hey, dude. Above and beyond, bro. Good, good. I appreciate that. Oh, thank you.
Right from the baseball game, I was like, all right, I gotta go.
You missed the first thing.
I heard. I saw like Hunter's like put a clip up.
Oh my God.
I had to bring him in.
It's really good.
Did they like take you back?
Yeah.
Come on, guys, let's move it out. Here, let's move it. You gotta get this.
So what'd you think of the movie, man?
Pretty awesome. Yeah, I love it. It was cool. It was super cool. Oh yeah, I got a couple.
Mom, what did you think?
Hey, the more the merrier.
It's on. It's on.
So am I supposed to?
What did you say? What did you think?
Oh, are you kidding me? I loved it. I loved it. I mean, I've seen it over and over, but it's just
In
like
a theater, it's a different thing.
everything. Unbelievable.
I'm trying to see it like 6
So
more times
proud.
in one sitting.
The hardest working man in show business is
Owen.
You guys want to go create in the middle of the street? I'm just giving out chunks of them. We're just giving like chunks out. Walter, put this on your mini burn. I'll put it on your free.
Straight up. You've been talking about this for a while, so I'm just dying to see it. I've been dying to see it. I was like, no, who does this?
documentaries never happen quickly.
I know, it's hard to keep something like just to yourself for that long. You just have to get it out. You can't just have that on your desktop. Even when I put that track.
Dude, no, it was polished. I had no technical concerns at all. I don't think.
See, this guy, I would always be bouncing cuts off Kevin. Kevin's a professional editor. He's done a bunch of documentaries. So when I first started, I think it was like 3 hours or something, I sent it over to him. I go, is this a documentary? Like, what is this? Is this real? Like, I think it is in my head. And he was like, dude, you got something. Like, and he was like, keep going with this. You know?
Yeah, it's just a matter. You got to refine.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, this is for the slap movie.
Yeah, I just sort of
I'd
silhouette
actually
come
like to
in
see
with
it, but not like right on the back of that. What do we think? What do we think? Good? Good business? I like it. Camera in your face again. What'd you think?
I loved it. It was amazing.
Was it first time seeing?
Sorry?
Have you seen it before?
No.
Oh, really? So this is it? Wow.
It's our first time seeing it.
Excellent.
I loved it. You did a great job.
That's the best line. What'd you think?
I loved it. It was so good. It was so much fun to like see everybody. Am I being recorded?
Yes.
It makes me nervous.
No, don't make it. It'll be good. Did you see yourself in there?
I saw myself a couple times, which I didn't expect because I'm not really in it, but it was really cool to still see myself in the background sometimes.
DGP, right? Background props?
Yep, exactly. Make sure you vote. Make sure you vote. Everybody vote.
Where do you vote?
Grab a book.
Okay.
There's a book.
Okay. All right. And the man, the myth. What did you think?
Oh, is it recording?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, it was fun.
Everybody vote.
Right now I'm concerned about us getting kicked out, but I'm waiting for someone in there. But Owen did an exceptional job, and the whole way he composed it looked like it flowed really well. So I was interested from the beginning to the end of it.
So you feel like it represented what you were hoping, what you feel like the whole thing's about?
I feel he did a very exceptional job. So whatever I believe in or being different, it got a good feel and a welcoming feel from everybody. So the people and how positive they were when they were responding, that's ultimately what I really care about. So he could have edited it whatever way, but yeah, the people said what I feel was adequate to have been said about the events. But yes, I'm very happy about it. Thank you very much.
Hello. Still a voting thing? Did you see catch the movie?
Yes, it's very good.
You enjoyed it?
I like the way you shot it.
Okay.
Now, have you submitted it anywhere else?
Yeah, I mean it's been submitted to a number.
Okay.
I don't know where.
It's good. I like it.
Well, we're hopeful that after with one successful screening, you get some more, right?
Exactly.
What'd you think?
Huh?
What'd you think?
It was great.
Right on.
I loved it, yeah.
Interesting.
Did you vote? Did you vote?
Vote.
You vote? Good job, brother. You like it? Yeah, good. Everybody, you're laughing. You did a good job, man. You had the key points, you know? you kept it going.
All right, what'd you think?
That was good.
Yeah? Was it what you were expecting?
It was great. I think it was great. The story behind it was awesome too, right? I think it was awesome. Did you like it? Especially since you got to see it last night in real life. And then
It's twice in a row.
I know.
Okay.
So you got to see it, witness it, and then
With the crowd, though, it's different.
Hey, the man of the hour. What's up, dog?
I'm just the host.
No, you're the man of the hour. What's up, man?
Dude, I'm just
How you feel? How you feel?
Very excited and very
You're mad at all these fucking support you got? Look at this
Everybody
shit.
came out. Good? Got fixed up. I'll fix those good. Dude, I thought it was gonna be like.
How you feeling?
Feeling pretty good.
People reacted the way you wanted them to at the right time.
Every single time I wanted them to laugh, they laughed. Every time I wanted them to hold their breath, they were holding their breath. I felt like I created this roller coaster ride, like what it's like to be in these people's shoes, these creative shoes. Approval? Yeah, good. Lots of love, man. Lots of love in that.
I think you should win.
Think so? Did you fill it out? Yeah?
Come on, quick, get in here. Everybody get in. All right.
Put the hat on, man. What are you doing? No, she had it on. Where'd it go? Put the hat on.
All right.
And John's filming too. Guys, I couldn't be more happy to share this with you guys because I just feel like artists, just like all these artists together. If it was a more uptight thing, I was like, oh god, but I think he knew what he was doing. He put us all together. Lauren.
it was so good.
Yeah? Can you take a picture of me and Lauren?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm
I'll do it with my phone.
Now just to see it on the screen, it's like.
Yeah, she's never seen it. It came a long way.
Watching it, but I'm watching it and then I didn't want to picture with him. I want to see it. But not yet.
That's why only like a few people.
You gotta get it, draw it up on the spot.
Got you in there? Hey, thank you. Oh, yeah. think it should be a trilogy? What do you think? I got scared you guys were gonna like didn't have a ticket, and I was like, what a great fucking film. I was like talking to them like, I mean, everybody's seen me walking around with a camera for 3 years, and like, what were they thinking? Like, what are these kids doing? What are these kids like? He never shows anybody anything.
I want them to know this is your idea.
What?
You need to actually wear this shit.
Yeah, man.
I wasn't going to. I was going to be super low key. Like you bring your mask, and I'm like, yeah. Like, all right, which one should I bring? Like the OG one, of course.
Bye, girls. Bye, girls. Bye. I love you guys.
Born as a girl, Merrick Clausewitz, I believe is the pronunciation. My apologies. Pull Up LA, Owen Korb. And for your consideration, Patrick Green. And the winner of the Best Director of the documentary is slow. Is Pull Up LA. Nice, thank you. Congrats. All right.
Thank you, everyone. This means a lot.
Thank you.
I'd really like to thank everybody who came out, everybody from the community. Like everyone had my back in this whole little cool, creative photo community, and everybody in LA just kind of turned up and really showed their support. Thank you.
Pull up.
And we've been doing this for this is my 40th film festival, and we've been voting for 22 years. Well, you guys have been voting for 22 years. I'm counting them. This is the closest margin between two films that I've ever seen. It's in the hundreds of thousands. Yes. And I'm going to turn my back. We'll tell you in just a second. Don't photograph the plants. I know. I can't have concrete days anymore. That's it. Got it. All right, let's get around. And the best of the best is Born as a Girl. No, you're La La Land. Pull Up to LA. Pull Up. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
Lucky Butcher, Jordan, Angela, everyone else, in Facebook world, anyone from LA, the Florida community who helped out with this. It's really telling the story through their eyes, so I was just kind of the host.
Again, thank you for being
being here. It is so hard to get to actually make your film and actually finish it, actually to send it to a film festival, and then actually thank you to the Hofstra for this incredible thing he does for us. I am proud to be here. I'm proud to be here. Thank you for being here. And that's